So this is the cold room at Neversink Farm. It's another leg of the farm tour in the winter. We're going to continue the tour, so make sure you subscribe so that you can know when the next part comes out. We're going to do it now in the winter, we'll do it in the spring, we'll do it in the summer, in the fall, and you get to see how everything changes and what the different uses are. And the cold room changes throughout the season. This is after the winter, so we're just finishing up our storage stuff. And so we'll take a look at what it is. This used to be our farm store, which we no longer have. We're thinking about making a new one, but this was it. It was a little dark, real small, but really good for a cold room. And we started it really, really small. When we did start, we were actually doing it with picnic coolers. Our first year, that was our first year farming. We bought picnic coolers, and we would store everything in those, not with ice, but inside picnic coolers. That was rough. So cold room was a big step for us years ago, and all we've done is expand it. We really liked it. It's very DIY. We don't have a lot of DIY on this stuff. I like to buy things off the shelf, but this was DIY because the building was here, so it was really about insulating it and putting in the equipment. The beginning is just it's just some storage for farmers market supplies, which we keep here, and backup generator, which just sits here just in case. It's just on call, kind of like we have a backup heater. Something you hope you never have to use, but just on call. So this is it, and we do a lot of seed storage in here. So, one wall is dedicated to a lot of seeds. The humidity in a cold room is slightly high for seeds, but the temperature is just right. So it's not the only way to store seeds, but because we go through a lot of them and we need a lot of space, it just made sense to store seeds this way, especially the bulk stuff, and when we have big bags of it, because I store seeds throughout the farm in different places, and you'll probably see that just for efficiency's sake. We're just starting new potatoes, so these are all getting trade. We're getting down to the end of our root crops. Right, this is the beginning of the week, so this is when we've taken everything to market. We've cleaned out the cold room, and tomorrow we start filling it back up again. And we try to stagger it so that we keep it clear, because right now it's 200 square feet, and so it's really tight. So we have to clean it out. Every few days we have to go and sell to be able to find room again, especially in the winter when you have a lot of root crops. And so it's good that they start going down at the time that the products start going up. We're in February now, so this is as the root crops start going down, and we kind of hope that they match when the crops start coming up again. The carrots and beets, we plant beets next week, or the week after next we start planting beets. Carrots are already in the ground. Anyway, so the cold room is a coolbot and an air conditioner. People have questions whether they work well, and they do work really, really well. We thought we'd go to something professional after a while, and we never really had to. It's worked really well. It's fantastic, and it's the one we started with years and years ago. I finally had to replace the air conditioner. It was a lot of years, but it finally died, and I didn't bother repairing it because I thought it's just better to replace it. And then it's professionally sprayed foam. You can go crazy and spend a lot of time figuring out something for yourself, The key is to have something that doesn't absorb water, because that's going to be bad. Because it can get moist in here, especially in the summer, and that would be bad. So there are different types of foam. You want to make sure you use the right one that doesn't absorb moisture. It's usually the more expensive one. That's the key. And I went crazy with how much insulation went in here, but which you don't really have to. I think it's, you know, 5 inches I have, or 6 inches. I mean, it's a lot. And as a result, it's really efficient. Even in the winter, it takes a long time before it starts dropping, and then we have to start heating it so that things don't freeze in here. And that's just because of how efficient all the foam insulation is. Because then I go around and, make sure all the cracks are filled at the end. Anyway, so that's the cold room. And, make sure you subscribe, and we're going to continue the tour and go to different parts of the farm and take a look at them.